Hi, my name is Yutimber, and today I'll be presenting on the city of Pasadena. Pasadena is a city that is full of rich history and tradition and is home to the legendary baseball player Jackie Robinson. And Pasadena City Hall is one of the famous filming locations of the hit TV show Parks and Recreation. So a little bit about Pasadena. Pasadena was founded in 1874 by Thomas Eliot. The name Pasadena, according to Britannica.com, means the crown of the valley, which is fitting because it sits at the bottom of the San Gabriel Mountains and in the San Gabriel Valley. The 110 freeway, or the Royal Cycle Parkway in Pasadena, was the first freeway in the western United States. Pasadena is also known for their notable traditions, such as the Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl game, that both take place on New Year's Day. Pasadena is a mostly white town, with 50.8% of their population being white. The next highest at 34.9% is the Hispanic or Latino population, and Asians have 17.2% of the population, and African Americans with 8.8%, rounding out the top four. As I mentioned before, Pasadena sits at the bottom of the San Gabriel Mountains, and it is also one of the most populous cities in the San Gabriel Valley, with 141,258 residents as of 2019. There are many landmarks in Pasadena. The most notable is the Rose Bowl, which is home to the Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day and all UCLA home games. You can then visit JPL, or the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, owned and operated by NASA. The California Institute of Technology, which is one of the hardest universities to be accepted to in the United States, with just 6.7% acceptance rate. Pasadena's current vision is to create a community where cars are not needed and where people can circulate by walking or biking. So some of the major development projects in the city of Pasadena: the city plans to revamp 3 major parts of Pasadena with Old Town Pasadena. They envision various stores, entertainment centers, and housing areas. In their efforts to make the city more walkable, they plan to use the various alleyways and pass-throughs to help ease traffic on the main street, as well as keep pedestrians safe, where cars are not allowed to pass through. This allows for the various cafes and restaurants throughout the area to have outdoor dining as well amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Another place where they want to renovate is East Pasadena, and this is the home to many plazas filled with retail stores and restaurants. However, they want to start to move away from that and form more residential developments as well as commercial ones. This could be a great benefit to the city while bringing new people in as well. So the third part of town that they want to renovate is the East Colorado Boulevard. This is a stretch of road, which is one of the main roads that the Rose Bowl floats flow through. So they are looking to expand that land to use it for more multiple family housing and affordable housing. And this is fitting because the community college, Pasadena City College, is also located on this street. This could allow for people of lower income to live close to the school and work along the Colorado Boulevard. They're also looking to improve on and off street parking and their conditions. Since this road is a high traffic area, there are not a lot of spaces to park, and with the various charity walks or events around Pasadena that flow through this main street, improving the street parking would greatly improve the area. While talking about housing and affordable housing is hard to come by in the city of Pasadena, which is why there are a lot of housing projects to help combat this. One of which is a 4 or 5-story mixed-use apartment building with 4,496 square feet of shops on the ground floor, 227 apartment units above it, and a significant amount of pedestrian space weaving in and around the array of buildings. This is by the developer Summerhill Apartment Community Investments. As of 2020, they have noted that this plan is still months, if not years away. Pasadena will also strive to build sustainable housing, such as the Green Hotel Apartments project. This project was talked about in 2017. However, it is still unclear where the project stands as of 2021. As I mentioned in the previous slide, Pasadena will also start to build affordable housing near the Pasadena City College campus. And according to payscale.com, to live in Pasadena, a person would need $3,903 for renting, and an average home in this area would cost around $987,211. This is for housing alone, which makes Pasadena an expensive place to live in. The other housing project in this city is the Space Bank project. This project is set to combine both retail and residential areas with 9,800 square feet of retail space and 550 apartment units. 481 of them are market rate units, 23 of them are moderate income units, and 46 are low income units. This would set to house many families from various income levels, and the apartments would consist of 165 studio units, 165 one-bedroom units, and 191 two-bedroom units, as well as 29 three-bedroom units. All of this housing is great, but how will people get anywhere with Pasadena's hope for their city, which is to create a town that you would be able to get around without the use of cars? This is where mobility and transportation comes into play. Pasadena's view for the future, as I previously mentioned, was a community where people can circulate without the use of cars. This means that people should be able to get around using bikes, buses, or walking. Pasadena also plans to develop a place where their pedestrians can be safe, which is why they want to use the alley walkways and pass-throughs where cars have either no access or very limited. They also want people to use the Pasadena transit system. It is very efficient, allowing access to multiple parts of the city in a short amount of time. They also plan to improve the bus lines, but it is still unclear how they're planning to do that. And they have also talked about installing protected bike lanes specifically throughout Union and Holliston avenues, as well as the surrounding cross streets. They want to do this by constructing a two-way projected bike lane or a cycle track. They also want to ensure that kids are able to go to school safely, and this is another part of that plan. So after biking and walking all around town, a person would like to relax at one of the many Pasadena parks, whether it's at the Rose Bowl grass area or Central Park. Even though they have not been given specific plans of what they want to do with the parks yet, the city has already begun to construct downtown Pasadena Park, which started construction in August of 2021 and is set to open in spring of 2022. They also plan to get citizens' input about how walkable their city is, and they do this via Pasadena Walks, which is a new project that would identify barriers to walking and options to improve those barriers. It is great that they want the citizens' input before committing to anything really drastic. So there are two main ways that a person could be environmentally conscious very easily, and this is on the road or at home. And Pasadena fully realizes this and has taken steps to reduce their carbon footprint. Pasadena has just finished constructing the largest public EV charging station in the United States, and it is located on the roof of the Marengo parking lot near the Paseo Pasadena, which is an outdoor plaza. According to them, the fast chargers make it possible for EV drivers to charge up and add 100 miles in less than 30 minutes. To incentivize people even further, they started to offer $250 rebates and up to $500 for buying an electric vehicle in their city. Lastly, they want people to be environmentally sustainable at home, which is why they have started to incentivize people to start switching to drought-tolerant landscapes. According to the city, residential and commercial water customers are eligible to receive $2 per square feet for replacing turf with a drought-tolerant and native plants, retrofitting to a drip-efficient irrigation system, and capturing rainwater. They have also offered free landscape surveys, which would allow them to identify potential leaks, overspray issues, and opportunities for drip and microspray systems. They also want their citizens to start using gray water to help irrigate their plants, saying gray water is water from showers, bathtubs, washing machines, and bathroom sinks. Using gray water is an innovative way to help reduce potable water use and flows into the sewer system. It provides for an efficient means to irrigate plants in their landscape and provides natural groundwater recharge. Overall, Pasadena has a lot of ideas on how to environmentally sustain themselves for the future, while also making their citizens happy in the process with various housing, transportation, and city development plans. And here is my reference page. Thank you for watching.